Yeah. Well, listen, I had faith in the boys that they come about with the desired result, but there's a couple of stages there where they're just getting forward to the ball. They had some. Chris Judd, I think, for probably the last quarter and a half was enormous. His ability to win those in close balls, and then a couple of guys run forward and just kept getting the ball out to them. So, we just couldn't control the ball at any stage. I think we got belted contested ball in the last quarter, and they controlled the game, and we're fortunate enough to come out with the result, which was pleasing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'd be delighted to get away with the win, but are you sort of a little disappointed as well? Or?
Probably to a degree. There's no doubt, I reckon, at stages we controlled the game. Probably should have been a lot further ahead of the scoreboard, but Carlton are a very good side, and they've got an outstanding list. They've got some really high-quality players, and they just don't give up. And Mick Malthouse sides don't. That's what they do. So, for us to come away with a win tonight was a really good result for our footy club, and we've got a long way to go. We understand that, but always we haven't won a round one encounter since I've been here. I'm not sure when the last time was, but it was a really good result.
So kick your winning score without Jack contributing, is that part of the evolution?
Yeah, it was. He played a pretty significant role though, Jack, tonight by dragging a couple of their defenders up the ground. And I thought he was outstanding. Allowed Ty and Luke McGuire to get down deep, which was great, and I think it's one of the best games he's played for 12 months. His team first footy, and we can be really harsh on him at times, but he was outstanding tonight. Won a lot of crucial contests. Gave Ty and Luke McGuire some room to move, so we're really pleased with the way he played.
Bigger was enormous. He must have been just wrapped.
Yeah, it was. Ever since he went down last year, we knew how important he was to our side. And look, he moves well for a big man. He's only 22 years of age. He's going to get better. He's going to be a long-term player for us. He's got some things in his game that he's still got to work on. His second efforts have got to get a little bit better. His contested marking's going to get better, but that'll happen with experience also. But I was really pleased to see him work hard and get reward early, which is great.
It's pleasing that he was throwing his body into the gaps as well, given that he has had injury problems, to have the confidence to do that.
He was. Look, he's a tough kid. He plays the game hard. He's competitive. It was good to see that coming in his game. It was a massive collision between, I think, him and was it Robinson in that third period. So, to come back with a fly to the ball like that and come out okay was really good. And he played a great game tonight.
And what you want to sort of let a tackle at the end there, and he made a fair contribution. Must be because of his confidence too. I guess it's he's not a sort of player.
The one thing Luke does, he competes. I don't think he got outmarked once tonight when he was 1v2. He had a couple of huge tackles, kicked 2 goals, should have kicked that last one for 3. And the thing about him, he competes. It's what we sort of thrive on as a footy club, and if he keeps ticking those boxes, he's going to play a lot of footy for us.
I know you've already concentrated on your own team, but did you notice anything significantly different about Carlton tonight?
From the pre-season, a little bit. They move the ball really quick. We probably saw them a little bit, and Mick will probably say this also. They probably went a little bit too long down the line. I think in their NAB Cup Grand Final, and I think what we it caught us out a little bit, especially early days where they moved the ball through the corridor a bit more than we'd seen. They're only going to get better. Make no mistake about that. They're still coming to grips, and we know from our perspective how long it does take to click. Granted, they've got a more experienced group, but they're going to be a very, very good side.
Damien, we worried at any stage about cheap guys getting behind your last defence?
No, not at all. Why would I be worried about that? Yeah, of course. Look, the way we play and the way other sides play, you're always going to get a couple of goals out the back. A couple of defensive breakdowns, which is a little bit frustrating, especially considering how hard we work for our goals at various stages. But they're going to happen. The pleasing thing, I think we kept them to 14 goals. Yeah, and like you said, I think they got 5 in the last quarter. So keep a side to 9 goals at 3/4 times, good result. We don't want to give up 5-5, I think, in the last, which was disappointing. But our guys are pretty much out on their feet, as with Carlton a little bit also. So we've got some things we still need to work on in that area. There's no doubt about that. Well, I thought he was good. He's going to get better as the games go on. Look, he's still learning our system a little bit. That was his first full game. the step up from a NAB 4 campaign to round 1 is like another 25 minutes. So that's a lot of footy. Put his body on the line a couple of times. He's got to get a little bit cleaner below his knees, but that's an easy thing fixed. But overall, he's solid. He's a great leader down there, and he makes good decisions.
How significant was, statistically not enormous, but Brett DeLeo at big moments when just that couple of those goals and a couple of his overhead marks. Actually.
He was. It's funny. I think he might have only had 18 touches. Was it? I was surprised by that. I thought he was a big time player. Like you said, I think when his touches were there, they counted. To kick 3 goals, took a massive mark. I think might have been the third quarter late. The good thing about it is Brett's come on enormously with his leadership. He wants to lead, and it's showing in his footy now, which is really important.
I think there was a free kick that's sliding in tonight, so presumably you've trained
great coaching. I actually quite like the rule. I agree with the concept of the rule. The one that I really like and I am enjoying is the second tackler that comes into the contest and gets them too high. Look, it is a really tough one for the umpires to police, but overall I think they're doing a pretty good job. I didn't notice. I'm not sure what the free kicks were tonight, but I think they were pretty good.
You don't have to worry about it now, obviously, but to contemplate what another goal would have been.
I didn't. I was still relatively. I thought our blokes were going to be okay. We just had to control the ball. Like we got an uncontested mark. I think late we actually got a free kick, and then Robbie decided to play on, which probably from his excitement, he was on the bench the majority of the night. But our guys knew what to do, but we just couldn't quite get the run in our players to get up. We had a number of players cramping, as did Carlton. So it's amazing round 1 games how they do open up late. It's always been a trend. I think the amount of goals that happen late in games, and we probably to a degree. Our players went a little bit defensive in their attacking mindset, which probably crawled our run a little bit also.
How did you feel when twice Darren running towards the goal?
Yeah.
Potentially the winner. How did you feel?
The winner, yeah. I think was it Steve? There's a couple of chases, and I'm thinking, I thought the guy was going to dive to try and get him, but they held their feet, which is really important. And he could have quite easily kicked both. I thought overall our guys did a pretty good job on him on the night, but the thing is with guys like Betts, Yaron, Garlett, these type of players, they can just have moments and they just destroy you. They can have 3 or 4 touches and kick 3 goals, but overall I'm not too sure what their goal kicking power was tonight, but they're good players. You can't hold them down all night.
Nice for the guys to actually start the season ahead, like haven't won in their lives for a while. Have that opportunity to be ahead of them.
Yeah, it is good. You've got to take advantage of it. There's no doubt early wins are really important to get your season up and going. We spoke about that, but they can enjoy the win tonight. But we've got St Kilda in 7 days' time as of tomorrow. So they're a side that I haven't seen a lot of at this stage, but I'll certainly go and have a look on Saturday night, but watch the tapes. But we've certainly got an opportunity to get some wins and endeavour to do so. Go home, you blokes. There you go. Thanks.